The Franklin County Cookbook presents Cooking with Jerry.
Hello and welcome to my show, Cooking with Jerry. We're here in our home on the beautiful shores of the Apalachicola Bay. We're going to cook up something really good for you today. We're going to have grouper with a basil cream sauce. We're going to have a garlic roasted potatoes. And we're going to have a caprese salad. Oh, it's just going to look really good. It's going to taste good. And all of it is from just this area. And I have a special guest with me today. I want to introduce you to my wife. This is Karen. Karen and I have such a great time. We love to get in the kitchen late in the afternoon, start cooking and enjoying talking about the day. And she will do a lot of the side dishes, and I'll do maybe the main course. But it all comes together just so beautifully. And it's just a real special time for both of us to be together on this beautiful area, in this beautiful area, and talk and cook. And believe me, folks, that's just fun. So
we'll have a good time doing it.
We have a good time doing it. And so, Karen, what do we have here?
Well,
we're going to make some the garlic.
These are the garlic roasted potatoes. I have parboiled them for about 6-7 minutes, whatever, till they're almost tender with a fork. You drain them, and then I take and I slice them up. You slice these up about a quarter of an inch thick, and then I put them all in a bowl, and I will take them then and I will coat them with the olive oil, about a quarter of a cup of olive oil, give or take whatever you want. I have oregano, to your liking, salt. This is a garlic salt. It's probably maybe a teaspoon at the max, and pepper. Then you take and you stir all this up, coat it, make sure they're coated really well, and then you'll put them on your baking sheet, and we bake them for probably 15-20 minutes.
Now, Karen, one thing I remember is when you parboil these, it's probably good to take them out and put them in a bath of cold water.
That will slow the cooking process down.
So they don't cook
if you're
too much.
not cooking them right, if you're not going to slice them up right away, then you would like to. It would be best to.
You boil them until they get to the inside is still a little firm, so you don't want to overcook them.
They are going to continue to cook afterwards. That's why if you're not going to cut them up and put them on your sheet right away, it is best that you take and rinse them in cold water. You don't want to do an ice bath because then there's too much water that make your potatoes a little too mushy. Okay, on the basil butter, you make sure your butter is soft. It has to be setting out at room temperature for a few hours. And then you take your fresh basil. You don't want the stems. So we take this and
start chopping.
You kind of get it together. I like to kind of put it like this and roll it a tad. And I just take it and chop it. And it's to your liking as to how coarse or how fine you want it.
While you're doing that, I'm going to be mixing the butter up. How about that?
That'll work. And we already have a little bit over here that's been chopped and put into the butter, but this is basically all you do to it. You chop this up. Now I'll add this to the butter.
Okay. And we'll mix it up.
And like I said, on the basil, you can take it and you can add less, more, depending on how much you like basil. Some people want it heavier flavor than others. Wife always has to do a little bit extra from the husband.
That's the way it goes.
Okay.
Our daughter,
Parchment paper. I'm sorry?
I said our daughter just got married, and I've been trying to explain that to her new husband. All right, so what you doing? You gonna take?
I'm taking the butter, basil butter, and you put it on parchment paper. Not wax paper, but parchment paper. And you'll take it, and this is where you have to use your hands a little bit. And you take this and spread it out sort of like a log. And then your hands are going to be messy, but you take and you roll this. And it will form into a round little log. Okay.
All right. So
There's
we're
your roll.
ready to go with that.
Suggestion for this is you take your marker and you mark what it is and date it. So that then you put it in the freezer and it keeps for 6 months or more.
So we're gonna do a caprese salad, and this is
Fresh
mozzarella. And you put it in the freezer for just a little bit before.
Just
up.
enough to get it firm. It's much easier to slice once it's firmed. You slice this, and probably about the same, a 1/4 inch like you do the tomatoes. You could do it thinner, thicker.
Oh, that's slicing really good.
It is.
That's stayed in the.
Very well. If it's not chilled, it is very hard to cut because it wants to squish up on you. Put it like that. Here's your basil. You want to slice this. You don't want to actually chop it into fine chop. You want it into little strings. And here's this. You put a little bit of your basil in. You add another cheese. And we just layer this. And you can put the basil in any way you want. Got another cheese and tomato. And I will put a little seasoning of oregano. You just kind of sprinkle it on it.
Oh,
okay.
That's good.
And then
You need the
olive oil.
olive oil. Boy, that looks great.
It is great. It is very, very good. And then a little bit of pepper to taste. Not much pepper on it. Just enough to bring out the flavor. And there's your caprese salad.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at all those beautiful colors in it. Okay, now we're going to cook some grouper. We got 2 fine fillets here of grouper caught by Wall, and in the Gulf of Mexico, right around the corner from us. We're going to add a little salt and pepper. To these fillets, these beautiful fillets. And I've got an ingredient here that I just absolutely love. And when you can find it, buy it. Buy some and keep some in your house at all times. It's just wonderful. It's smoked Spanish paprika. And it just gives a wonderful flavor to just about any dish that you want to make. It's great on fish. This paprika has been smoked. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to my pan. I love these pans. And if I had to give up any pan in the house, it would not be this one, this old iron skillet. That's been in my family for a long, long time. Just put them in and move them around just a little bit after you get them in, and they'll start cooking. And we're going to do this about 2 or 3 minutes on each side until they're firm and done. Then we're going to take them out of the pan and make the basil cream sauce. And once we get these out of the pan, we're going to start with the basil cream sauce that we'll put over the fish once they're done. We're going to take them out of the pan, put them on a plate, let them stay warm, and then make the basil cream sauce in the same pan that these came out of. What I have, this is that log. Now, actually, this one was frozen before. I took it out of the freezer. And we're going to take the basil log butter. We're going to get it going good. And that's going to give us a really good smell. Now we're going to add cream. This is actually half and half. You can use heavy cream, or you can use half and half. You can use fat-free half and half if you want to cut down on the calories. And you just keep stirring. And what you want to do is you make sure that when you do this with a spoon, and it's like that, that's ready. It's sticking to the sides. Take it off the heat.
Plate?
Need
a plate?
No, I've got one. Got one right here. And I'm going to take, bring me the other plates there. We'll go ahead and put them on the other plate. Now this cream sauce has a color to it because of the paprika. And let's put the other one there. All right, Karen, this looks wonderful. Look, I can't wait to try this.
I know, it looks outstanding.
It does. Let's try it. Wow, your caprese salad looks great.
Well, thank you.
Try a little bit of that. All comes together here. It's like my mama said, I wish everybody could have some of this. That's great.
You're so right.
Oh, here's to an outstanding dinner.
Thank you. Thanks for including me.
Oh, you're great. You're great. Folks, it just doesn't get any better than this. It's just cooking up this seafood and off the Apalachicola Bay in the Gulf of Mexico in this beautiful paradise called St. George Island. And if you want to see this recipe, you can go to my website at www.stgeorgeislandrealestate.com. stgeorgeislandrealestate.com. There you can see a number of recipes that people have sent in to me. And if you'd like to send your recipe in, give it a try, and we'll put it in the website and check it out. Thanks so much for visiting my home today and seeing us do a little cooking with Karen and Jerry.